Hello, and welcome to the Heart Rate Project. My name is Matthew Blood, and with the help of the alien of Andromeda, we will be walking you through this project. In this project, we want to get you up and moving and see the change in your heart rate. This project will take us about 30 minutes to complete. And you only need a couple of things: yourself, a pen, pencil, marker, or whatever writing utensil you may have. You're also going to need a piece of paper and a clock or stopwatch. Alright, so now we know what we're getting into. But there are still a few things that we should understand before getting fully into the project. As we will be measuring our heart rate throughout the project, we need to ask ourselves, what is the heart anyway? And why does it beat? Well, the heart is a muscle in your body that's broken up into 4 different chambers. Each one has tubes, known as veins or arteries. And those veins and arteries are responsible for pumping blood to your different organs. They also help filter out all the bad stuff and keep the good stuff, like oxygen. At that point, the heart can deliver all the oxygen and blood to all the organs that need it and all of your muscles that need oxygen to help function. In each heartbeat, the heart is pulsing and pushing out the blood to be delivered to each and every organ. Now that we know what the heart does and why it's beating, we have to consider, why does it beat faster sometimes and slower other times? So to figure out why your heart beats faster sometimes, we're going to set up a table with many different exercises to figure out the relationship between each exercise and your heartbeat. The table should look something like this, with your resting heart rate, followed by your running heart rate, then your laying down heart rate, and your walking heart rate. And maybe leave a little bit of room for something at the end.
Hello, everybody! I am the alien of Andromeda! Today we will exercise and have lots of fun! First, we will measure our heart rate. Begin by gently placing your first 2 fingers under your jaw. Once you feel your pulse, count the beats per minute.
Your turn. Alright, allow me to expand. If you're still having trouble finding your pulse under your jaw, feel free to ask a parent for help. And if they know another method, like using your wrist, you could try that as well. Once you have found your pulse, grab a stopwatch or clock and count the number of pulses you feel in 1 minute. Or count the number of pulses that you feel in 30 seconds and multiply that by 2. Once you have figured out how many beats per minute, you can write that number in the box next to resting heart rate.
Alright, I'll set a timer for 1 minute, then we can begin running. If you don't have a place to run around, try running in place, like me. Start running in 3, 2, 1, go!
So now you and the alien are running. I'll let you know what to expect when the timer ends. At the end of the timer, you will take your pulse and then record that in the running heart rate section. Then we will go right into the laying down portion and lay down for 1 minute before getting our next pulse. Let's check our pulse.
Now we have our resting and our running heart rate that we will record on our sheet. Then we will lay down for 1 minute and figure out our pulse from there. So now we're laying down to see how our heart rate will react. At this point, you should have already filled in your resting heart rate and your running heart rate. And after 1 minute, we will be finding our laying down heart rate. What do you think will happen? Do you think that our heart rate will be faster, slower, no change? Why? Maybe we're starting to figure out what our heart is doing or why it's changing speeds. But for now, our timer's almost up and we want to get ready for the next activity. So feel free to pause your video again and check and record your laying down heart rate.
And we'll check our pulse again.
Alright, so now we have our laying down heart rate and we can begin to find our walking heart rate. So you can begin walking and I will start the timer.
And we'll take our pulse.
Now we finished our walking heart rate and our table should be complete. What do you notice? You should have a fairly low number for your resting heart rate, then it should jump up for your running heart rate, and then fall back down for your laying heart rate, and then go up a little bit more on your walking heart rate. Why do you think that is? As explained earlier, your heart is responsible for moving oxygen around the body. And as you work harder, your body needs more oxygen. So your heart has to pump the oxygen faster and beat faster. So when you do a harder exercise, one that your body needs more oxygen for, your heart will pump faster and faster. Alright, so we're coming up to the end of our project. You guys are doing great! We just have one more final challenge where you can do any exercise and you guess the heart rate. Maybe you want to do push-ups. Maybe you want to do sit-ups. Or perhaps you want to do jumping jacks. Your choice.
When the timer begins, you will do any exercise you want and see if you can come close to guessing the right heart rate.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go! I hope you had lots of fun. Thanks for coming.